2018 has been a really good year. One of the trippiest things about it is how much I was able to experience in such a short amount of time. Looking back, the beginning of the year was rough. I was in a bad state of mind, I was heartbroken, and I was desperately trying to fill a void, which caused me to try and fall in love with every girl that I met. In hindsight, that wasn't the best decision. All bullshit aside, I was depressed. I was also finishing up my freshman year of college. I was still dorming, but I didn't want to associate with anybody. Financial problems made me move back home, but in all honesty, it wasn't so bad to be back home. I was still going to school, I was spending some more time with my family, but I was still upset. In February, things began to lighten up a bit. Around this time, my school went on spring break. The way I spent that was by renting out a cabin in the mountains with a few friends. It was a straight weekend of Jack and Coke, devil's lettuce, and grilling up food in the snow. After I got back, I stopped by my house to drop off my bags, then went to meet up some other friends at a restaurant to celebrate one of my friends' birthdays. Everything remained uneventful, up until June. Until then, everything had just revolved around working and going to school. Finals ended around April, and May was just working. But in June, I hosted a barbecue for my birthday, but I just wanted to get my friends together to relax. A week after that, I joined Amazon because my other job was not giving me enough hours. After about a month of working there, I got an offer to work at a camp in Santa Cruz. Legally, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to name the camp, but everything that went down there will be discussed in another video. However, I did meet a girl at this camp. She worked there as well, and after a lot of drama with management, we packed up our stuff and we drove 7 hours from Northern California all the way back down to Southern California. And in that time, we hung out. Afterwards, she flew back home to Florida in August. September was still pretty uneventful, with the exception of seeing a lot of familiar faces back home and on campus. October was one of my favorite months, though. In late October, I got to fulfill my childhood dream of going to Halloween Horror Nights, and I was incredibly happy that it was with a great group of friends. Certain circumstances and choices eventually made that group disband, leaving behind only a fraction of what it was, but Horror Nights is the last time that we were all together and enjoying each other's company. The event itself was not nearly as good as I was hoping it would have been, but being with all those people really made the night worthwhile, especially the friends that were easily scared. October 31st was the legendary night, though, because I was going to celebrate Halloween by going to my very first concert. And this was only made better by the fact that the band I saw was The Addicts, the band who I ripped off and stole the name from. The mosh pits were insane, and the band was phenomenal. In November, things remained uneventful, until Thanksgiving rolled up. My job had given all of the employees a free turkey, and I wanted to challenge myself. So on Thanksgiving, I successfully cooked up a turkey, and I fed both my dad and myself. All the women in my family had gone on a road trip to visit family in Northern California, so they weren't here for Thanksgiving until about a few days after. In December, things remained uneventful until the semester ended and the break began. The break, which I'm still on as of recording this, was nothing but relaxing and enjoying life with my friends and saving up enough to get everybody something for Christmas, something that I had never been able to do before because of the hours that I had been working previously. And in that time, I also hosted a Christmas party, and I had all of my close friends sit around and eat burgers. I believe Southern California is the only place that allows you to have a barbecue during the winter. Now with that, all that there's really left to say is that it was a very, very good year. I can only imagine what kind of wild shit is going to happen in the next couple of years. Hopefully I'll be alive to see them. To anybody watching today, Happy New Year. To anybody watching in 2019, make the year count. We're all going to die soon enough, so you might as well go out doing things that make you happy. Just don't hurt anyone.